So Steve, what is your preferred rock to find a fossil in?
None of them. Okay, let's go through them. So what we got to do is a cutaway of a sort of cliff that a student did for us. So what we got here, shales, limestones, mudstone. You can see the limestone stick out more because actually in the cliff, mudstones are much softer, so they erode away much quicker. So these stand out in prominence, okay? So to collect fossils, so you get two types of limestone. You get like a very hard limestone, like a dolomitic limestone, that if you find a fossil in, it's really difficult to prepare. It takes a long, long time. In other limestones, we get like laminated cockless limestones. It's rather like the chalks form, so they're in very thin layers. Reasonably soft, so it's very easy to sort of prepare, so that's quite nice.
Okay.
Mudstones, normally the fossils are pretty sort of 3D in them. They're not crushed flat. And to remove those is just extract the mudstone and they just sort of pop out, so that's not a problem. Some of the shales, which are really good because we get lots and lots of fish and goodness knows what on those. Just a matter of cutting around that and preparing those. So there's not any preferred things, that we can deal with them all. But each one takes a different sort of angle to sort of clean them.
Maybe a different tool? Or,
yeah, different tool or whatever, okay. But basically, it sort of covers, that's what we get, the three types, limestones, shales and mudstones. But each one's different characteristics, but they're quite simple to deal with, really. If you're preparing material, it's not a problem.
So Steve, if you found, say, a crocodile, what would you prefer it in?
In a mudstone, because I take it all out, bone by bone, and then clean it and put it back together again. We can make it, you know, hang the thing up like you see T-Rex done.
Yeah.
In a shale, it'll all be in a shale, so you just cut the slabs out and it'll be how it died,
That'd be
put
quite
back
crushed
together.
In that
Some of
stone,
it, yeah, because we got an ichthyosaur over there that's semi-crushed. It's not crushed dead flat, but that's dead easy to deal with. So, if it's in a limestone, well, logistically it'd be a massive problem because the weight of it. You think of limestones, some of these are this thick. Just to reduce that down would take an immense amount of time. So yeah, so mudstones and shales would be the preferable one. And we don't really get any vertebrate fossils hardly at all in these limestones.
I suppose
very
that's
rarely.
Really heavy to take off the beach as well, right?
Yeah. At Cambridge, there's a lot of pyrite, you know, fool's gold. Yes, it's in every fossil we collect, but what's unique about here is most people don't like pyrite. It's the bane of museum curators' life. But we keep our material here in quite low, in other words, 40% relative humidity.
Why don't they like fool's gold, pyrite?
Because it degrades. So pyrite's got sulfuric acid in it, and we now know, in high moisture sort of thing, it degrades. Years ago, they used to think that pyrite decay was caused by a bacteria. So they used to put like stuff like Savlon, which is like those antiseptic creams. Okay, and it didn't work.
And then it goes like green, it will bubble and go.
It goes all green and yellow, and actually the sulfuric acid comes out of suspension and eats away the rock it's in, so you end up with just a pile of white dust. And the label and everything gets destroyed as well. I've found that humidity is the factor that preserves it. So the lower the humidity is going to preserve it longer. Let's put it this way. For the last 40 years I've collected my material, I've kept it to a humidity of about 40%. We've not lost anything through pyrite decay. Some of the fossils we get sometimes do crack, but that's through, which is something we can't explain, but the material it's in, especially if it's crushed bone, tends to expand and crack. But once that's done it normally, that's it as far as it sort of goes. So people don't like pyrite for the reason being that it's an unstable metalliferous mineral. But here, you get excellent preservation in pyrite, and I find it's quite stable. A lot of this material, even if it's not kept in those conditions we keep it in, still preserves. It's some of the ones that do tend to degrade. We know which ones do, but we keep them all into that same humidity. And it's, as I say, time, you know, has been the sort of proof that we're doing the right thing.
That's all we've got for you today from the Etches collection. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and hopefully we'll see you next time.